welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thanks for joining me, and if you're returning, welcome back. So mainly on my channel, I do cross stitch and diamond painting. I also do some punch needle and crochet and whatever else craft I feel like doing. So today we're going to I thought I'd give you an update on some of my cross stitch. I'm by no means an expert. I would say I'm a novice, beginner novice. So if you're new to cross stitch, come and join me. If you got any tips or tricks, just drop them in the comments down below. If you're an expert, stay tuned. I'm sure there'll be some head shaking on your part, and I'm also open for suggestions. So we're gonna jump right into it. So this one here is the Four Seasons Town Scenery. I got this from Diamond Painting Fairy. It's pretty good. It's very, very big. I had to roll it up and put some clips on it. Let's move this out of the way so I can show you. So this is the first part here. I've got the 3 trees done, and then I've done some up here. And then you can't see, but I've done quite a bit of white down here. So let's get a bit closer. So I mount it usually on a stand, and then I work from there. So I had been flipping it back and forth. So I went on some videos and see there's a string there to what to do not to flip it back and forth. So I've been doing the loop method to start with, and that's working pretty good. And then I was starting to learn the pin stitch. Any tips on that, I would appreciate it. I've got these random ones all over the place up here. Just a few here. So I'm trying to practice the pin stitch so I can finish off that way. And then also the string here I have finish off when you finish a stitch and then you go out 5 or 6 stitches, and then when you redo it, it'll hide the thread on the back side. So I'm just practicing that. I like it. The only problem I have is that the threads are really nice. They're soft. The colors are really nice. But it does tangle up like really easy, even if you cut the thread short. So what I've been doing is taking a thread, because I'm doing the loop method to start with. So I take one piece of thread, fold it in half, and then I can use the loop. It still tangles up. And then I thought it was me, but I don't think it is, because I'm doing a different company. I'm doing a Dream Stitch one, and it's not happening. I've done Joy Sundays, it doesn't happen. So I'm not quite sure why it's happening. So if anybody knows, let me drop a comment down below. Also, I'm breaking needles like anything. I'm using 28 count. That's the ones that came with it. I've gone through the whole pack that came with it. So I switched to a Joy Sunday needle, and that seems to work a bit better. I did order some 28 count, so I'm going to try those. So I'm not quite sure. Maybe it's the threader I'm using, but I mean, it's typical threader. It's nothing I haven't done before, but I really like it. I'm excited that it's such a big canvas. I have worked on it, but I think I'm going to put it aside for a little bit and work on some Christmas stuff. So yeah, I really like, it's hard to see, but the window's got like 3 or 4 colors. So it gives it some depth. So the symbols are like super easy to read. They don't blend into each other. They're straight on the squares. So all that is definitely a plus, and they're really easy to read. I'm not having any troubles with any of these whatsoever. I don't think I brought the key out. Is that what just call you when they show you the paper with it? At all. So it's working out pretty good. So I'm liking that. Let me move that out of the way, and then I'll show you what else I've done. Done a few Christmas ones that I'm going to turn into Christmas ornaments. So I got this off Temu, and I think it was one big one, and then they cut it into sections. So that is the picture. I've done half of them. I'm not going to do the other half. I'm going to wait and do it next year. Do it in the summer when I'm feeling Christmassy, probably that kind of thing. Threads are fine. It's an 11 count, so I've been doing 3, and these are the ones I've done. As you can see, it bled really bad. And then I used cold water. I didn't even use warm water, and it was bleeding so bad. I'm not too upset about it, because I'm going to cut around it. I'm going to put some felt on the back, and I got some ribbon somewhere. I was going to show you, but I don't know where I would put it, and do ornaments off of it. So I don't think that the bleeding is going to be too bad. The picture still looks good. No back stitch on these, 11 counts. A little Eeyore with pictures, but you can see the picture. It looks great. Mickey Mouse, not keen. I think they should have used a different color on his face, but I really like the presents. His foot looks a bit odd too. And I think this is supposed to be one of his ears, so not the best on this one. And this is another ear one. I'm not keen on this one. I don't like his face again, but I really like his feet. So, and he's supposed to have something in his hand, but I'm not quite sure what that is. This is really cute. Winnie the Pooh. I really like this one. I think it turned out well. It's still bleeding on here, but I like the outline of his hat and stuff. I thought that turned out really nice. And Stitch here. I think this one's cute too. Little on the pink sides. And then Minnie Mouse. And again, I don't really like her face. I like the snowman. You can't see that that's a present behind it. I like her bow. So that's that. These are the other ones that came with it. But like I said, I'm going to put those away. There's one here that I won't be able to do because it goes right to the edge. Like that one's going to be close. Just the way they cut it. Look at this one. You're going to have to miss these 3 last ones because there's nothing to hook onto it. So that's disappointing, but that's okay. Really, it's from Temu. It was not expensive. And when I turn these into ornaments, I'll show you. That's that one. Okay, we have another 2 painting fairy ones. So this is one. I finished it. So it's this little one here. It's Design Custom Dream Pinto Little Bear. So that's that there. It had, I can't remember. That's all the threads I had left over. I can't remember how many colors it had. It had 18 colors. It had 1 French knot, a couple back stitch, no half stitches or anything like that. It didn't take long to do. It was okay. Some of the symbols were really close together that were the same and then different colors, so you had to definitely pull the key out and have a look. And then I washed it, and then Luna got on top of it, so I'm going to have to wash it again. The red didn't come out, so I washed it in cold water. See, look at all the cat hair on it. I'm going to have to wash it again. So I think I'm going to stick it in warm water, cold water again, a little bit warm, not room temperature. That's what I'm going to do. And then I'll see how that turns out. I'm going to stick a picture in here of before the back stitch. So hang on. So that was the picture before the back stitch. And this is after the back stitch. So it makes a huge difference. But I thought it was really cute. I'll show you when I finish pressing it. But it's not going to look much different. Maybe I won't. But yeah, it was pretty cute. This one was painting. It was not expensive. I think it was like $3. One I got was $1, one was $3. I'm not sure which one that was. And here I got one more diamond painting, a painting fairy one. This one's a little bit more difficult. So it's called Butterfly Vase. It's super cute. Very cute, actually. It's got lots of back stitch on it. Not back stitch, half stitches. So all these are, this is what I got done so far. So finish down here. I like this. These are blended colors. So you take 1 strand of each. So there's lots of blended colors in here. There's a lot of half stitches up here. And yeah, I think it looks really good. The problem is that some of the symbols are really hard to read and I have to keep getting the key out. But even when I do that, it's hard to tell. Like I got these little blue lines here. Let's see if you can see them. And down here, they had the blue lines and brown lines. So it was really, really hard to tell. As you can see, I haven't done the blue because I want to make sure. So that was that one. And then there was another one that was really close that was hard to tell. It was one of the slanted ones. But it's good. The canvas is good. I didn't really have a great frame, so I just stuck it on this little one here. It's working out fine. But I'm liking this one. I like it. It's nice and light. I don't have to worry. Like the big one's awkward sometimes. So I've been doing this later at night when I'm just before I go to bed. Got one butterfly half done here. But yeah, I like it. It's pretty cute. So let me take the cue and show you the, can't remember how many colors there was, but so there was 45 colors, lots of backstitch, and then it's got from 46 to 72, it's got the mixed ones. Well, no, not actually. Starts at 57 to 72, you mix the colors up. So, not too bad. Not too bad. So, yeah. So I had to get the key out because it was too hard to do without it. But I'm enjoying that one. I'm excited to get the writing on it. It's got some writing on it. So I'm pretty excited to do that. And it's 2 different colors. So I've never done anything like that before. So pretty stoked about that. And I got one more thing I'm working on. It is bead it cross stitch. I have another bead it cross stitch, but I'm working on this Christmas one. It's not on a frame. I just find it easier to work with this way than being on a frame. I just have my needle. I didn't have a needle minder on there. So I got this off Temu when I wanted to try, oh, look at, they actually don't look too bad. When I wanted to try bead it cross stitch or embroidery, and it wasn't expensive. It was $10 or $15. I really want to get it done, so I'm going to work on this mainly, I think. This and my Christmas diamond painting is going to be all about Christmas. So the problem with this one is there is no key with it. So this is what the picture, it's underneath the tape here. So that's what it's supposed to look like, but I think you can get the gist of the picture so far. It's got 24 colors, so not a lot. It's a lot of confetti for sure. But the big problem is that I don't know if you can see, that the beads are all different sizes. You can see in here. They're all different sizes. So it's awkward to try to do them. Like here in this red, I don't know if you can see it. It's hard to see. Let's see. But you can see it's all different sizes. So it's a bit awkward to do it. And when you're doing it, you think, oh, it's going to look horrible. But when you look at the picture, I don't think it's that bad. So I'm going to finish it. I want to see what that was like. Some of these symbols are going to be hard to see once you get going because there's no key. So you're going to have to pull it apart to look in it to see what they are. But like in here, I mean, I can tell that's a red, but you'd have to pull the beads apart here. See if that's an X or what that is. So that's going to be a bit awkward. But you know what? I'm enjoying it. I've been using my little sticky pads. Let me move this out of the way and I'll show you for the beads. And I think they work great. So they're sticky on both sides. Sticky there and sticky there. So you can stick it to something and then put your beads on. I just leave it like that. And then I put the beads on here. And I have to say, it's a game changer. It works really, really well. I'm liking it because the little white dish, sometimes it's hard to pick up. Like if you use the ones that come with it, these little white dishes, sometimes it's hard to pick the bead up from here, I find. So when you stick the beads on here directly, you can also stick this on here so it doesn't move out of the way. But I find sticking the beads on here works really well. I had another Christmas bead across stitch. It's not on Ada. It's just on a piece of, I don't know, fabric or something. That's not fabric. I'm not sure what it is. But it's really small. It's hard to see. And I just don't have the experience. So I'm going to put that away. And I'm hoping that over the next year, I get some experience with the bead across stitch. And I can pick that up next year and finish it. But I think for a first project, it's looking pretty good. What do you think? Any suggestions on bead across stitch? I'm open for that too. And that is my work in progress for these. I'm enjoying all of them for sure. That's why I'm doing so much cross stitch for sure. And I'm going to pluck away on this. So thanks for tuning in. Probably going to stick an animal picture in here. It is snowing like a banshee. I live in Southern Ontario. So I think for the rest of the day, I'm going to watch Christmas movies, snuggle up with my cat and dog, and do some bead across stitch. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.